What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke, another one of those special episodes that I'm trying to do once a week. Let's talk about our current uncontracted players. So before we jump into this tier list, be sure to follow me on all my social media accounts, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, all Swoop Luke. If you are a new Swooper, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you are a returning Swooper, welcome back. Thank you so much for rejoining us. Let's get into this tier list. All right, as you can see, I've got the tier list here. So I've got three categories. I've got re-sign on multiple years, 1 year deal, and, trade. Not really going to do delistings. It's just going to be those sort of three. I think delistings are so heartbreaking, and I could never say to delist a player. So these are obviously all the guys that are uncontracted for, all their contracts finish at the end of 2021. So I'm pretty sure there's 13 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there is 13 guys. If I put them in 1 year deal, I'll explain what that kind of means. But let's go and see what the hell is going on. All right, so first, we're going to start with Johnny Noble, who was our mid-season pick a couple of years ago. I love the way Noble goes about it. The way that he's just so quick off that half-back line. Yes, his disposals could do with a little bit of adjusting. But look, honestly, a lot of our players' skills can do with a little adjusting, and that will come with a new coach and new assistant coaches and stuff like that. But Johnny Noble, there's been talks that he's going to sign a 2-year deal anyway, so we're going to re-sign Johnny Noble for 2 more years, and he'll set up that half-back line and hopefully kind of move into maybe like a wing position, not real midfield, but a wing sort of position, kind of like Isaac Quaynor. So next, a bit of contentious one, we got Max Lynch. Now look, Max Lynch is, we see what he can do against Max Gorn. We saw that. Could be a really good ruckman. But the sticking point with Lynchy is that Grundy is our number 1 ruck. We've got Darcy Cameron, who can pinch hit. We've just signed Aiden Begg, who, by all accounts and from what I've heard, could have been a top 10 pick if he hadn't wrecked his shoulder. So he's going to be a forward ruck as well. Is there room for Lynchy in the team? I'd love to see him, sign for multiple years to kind of put him away. But I think Lynch is going to be on the trade table. Same with his mate Braden Sier. He just couldn't crack into the team. Had a great and a ripping 2018. Just couldn't crack it into the team, especially this year. And without Pendlebury, without, let's say Rupert Wills, without the Brown brothers and stuff, and with all these kids coming through, if a guy like this who's been in the system for years can't get in, he's not going to play again at Collingwood. I think he's going to be on the trade table anyway. Maybe an Essendon picks him up. Maybe a Gold Coast picks him up as a bit of a senior sort of head. Trey Rusco, another guy that I really, really like. Trey, look, at the start of the year, I would have said trade, delist Trey. But that was when he was playing in the forward line. Now, off that half back, he is doing really, really well. And he's a decent one-on-one defender. He can only get better playing off that half back line. It lets IQ come up. It lets Crisp come up. It lets Noble come up a little bit. So we're going to re-sign Trey on multiple years. Jack Madgen, a pillar of hate and love in the Collingwood community. Madgen, I think, is good depth. Do I think he's the best 22 player? No. But I do like, he is cool under pressure. He does stuff up a little bit of times, but, that's everyone. I'd give Madgen a 1-year deal as a depth player, but also try and sign a backman because of Ruffy and Howie aren't getting any younger. Jack Ginnivan, not much else to say. Sign him up for multiple deals. I'd put him away for 2 or 3 years already. Still on the rookie list, I believe. So, God, just sign him up. We saw what he can do. He is the crummer that we need in our team. Him and Bo. So, yeah, sign him up. Anton Tohill, the Irish experiment. He has only played the 1 game as a backman, and we are going to start needing a lot of backmen soon because of Ruffy and Howe. I'd give him 1 more deal. If he can't crack into the senior team next season, I would just not I'd send him away. I wouldn't persist with him if he can't crack into the senior team next season. Jay Rantel has been was in the same draft as Bianco and Rusco. I think he has a lot to offer. He needs to put a little bit more muscle on, and he has to find his perfect position. But I'd re-sign him for 2 years and just go about it. Give him that confidence that we're going to back him in. We're going to back all the kids in. He could be a really good midfielder. Isaac Chugg. We haven't seen a lot of Chuggy. He does play off the halfback flank. If we want this new era, if we want these new kids to play, I think Isaac is one that... Look, it's hard. I think he's on the rookie list. So we'll just say 1 year deal. See what he can do. And he can keep signing up for multiple years. We'll give him a 1 year deal here. And yeah, I don't mind that at all. Scott Pendlebury, the captain, unsigned. Pendles, we're going to give a 1 year deal only because I would love to sign him up for 5 years. But I think obviously he's going to be getting 1 year deal contracts from here on in if his body can hold up for it, if he can go again. I'd love nothing more, like I said, to sign him up and keep signing him up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. But we know how his body is. We know he's just got that broken leg injury. So, was it broken leg or knee? No, it was a break in his foot. I don't know, it was so long ago. My memory is shot because of this lockdown. 1 year deal, gets to the end, give him another 1 year deal. Just keep those 1 year deals going until, unfortunately, he's not with us playing for us anymore. Tom Wilson, I'd give Wilson another 1 year deal. I don't think he's category B anymore. I think he is on the senior list. Okay, so we've got the last two here. Josh Thomas and Mason Cox. So, Josh Thomas, been on the list for years. Obviously had that drug scandal a little bit, so I think he didn't play for about 2 years. What can I say about Josh Thomas? 2018, amazing. Swoop squad, a little bit of everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we loved it. 2019, didn't do too bad, but this year, look, he's been a shadow of his former self. He's a unrestricted free agent or a restricted free agent. He's definitely a free agent, that's for sure. What are we going to do with him? We're going to put him on the trade table. I think he still has a lot of football left in him, 2 or 3 sort of years. But I don't see him fitting into the side with the likes of McCreary, Ginnivan coming through, and now, Dacos coming in, and the Callum, the Brown brothers as well. He lived in Queensland, so maybe he goes to a Gold Coast. They need some sort of senior figureheads around the club. Maybe that's a guy that they look for. But yeah, I think he goes. He won't be on Collingwood's list next year. The last guy, Mason Cox, the American. This one's hard. This one's hard because Mason Cox. We all know 2018. We all know that Tiger prelim is when he showed himself. He hasn't been able to do that. Maybe you could say the West Coast game from the final last year, where he kicked 3 in the first quarter or something ridiculous like that. When Mason Cox is on, he's on, and he is unstoppable. But you can't have games when you're on 1 out of every 6 or so games. You know what I mean? Our game plan revolves around Cox. Bomb it in long, hope someone picks it up. It's hard because I love Coxie. I love the way he goes about it, and just off field as well. He's such a nice person off field, and he's black and white all over. But I don't think, with Ash Johnson in the side, we're choosing Darcy Cameron over him as well. We could pick up Riccardi. We're looking at Ben King. I don't think Cox is playing for Collingwood next season. I think he gets traded, and I know I've been saying this the whole time. I honestly do think that he goes to the Gold Coast Suns. He plays with the King brother. I think it's Ben King. I always get them confused. Ben or Max King, whichever one it is. He plays for them up there, or he goes to like a St Kilda or something like that. I just don't think he is going to be playing in the black and white stripes next season. and we could snare a second rounder for him. A club in need of a key forward who can pinch it in the ruck, and they can use him well. We just can't have him on our list anymore, especially taking up the money that he takes up allegedly. But yeah, so trade Coxie. Unfortunately, like I said, it'll be heartbreaking to see him in another colours jersey, but I don't think he'll be in the black and white jersey next year. But anyway, guys, this is my list. So we're re-signing for multiple years. Johnny Noble, Trey Roscoe, Jack Ginnivan, and Jay Rantel. 1-year deals to Madge, Toe Hill, Isaac Chug, Scott Pendlebury, and Tom Wilson. And we're looking at trading Maxi Lynch, Braden Sier, Joshy Thomas, and Mason Cox. Let me know if you agree with those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link for this tier maker in the description down below. Anyway, guys, this has just been another one of my special videos. If you like it, let me know what I should do next. I really love doing them. But in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and until next time, double shackers. I'll swoop you later. Let's talk about our uncontracted. So before we jump into this tier list, be sure to. So before we jump into this tier list,